Hey guys, and welcome on in to another episode of Picks on Net NHL Picks and Stats. I'm your host, Terry Edelman, at TE Picks over on X, ready to break down the Friday slate. 5 games to break down today, which we'll, of course, get to here in a moment after we recap yesterday's slate. And we'll start with that right away. First game here, the Montreal Canadiens and Buffalo Sabres. Ryan McLeod over half a point. Fortunately lost. McLeod did not get a point here in this game, so his point streak comes to an end. I did cash the over 6.5, a premium play, over at picksandparlays.net. Never in doubt. This over cashed nice and quick in the second period. Exactly what you want when betting a full game over to have it cash in the first period. Ethan Frank did not score. The Capitals did not play well whatsoever here in this game against the Sharks. And the Sharks team is actually on a bit of a winning streak on the road. They've been having a lot of success on the road. They get the win here against the Capitals. The over 6.5, unfortunately, did not cash. Vancouver could only put up one goal, so they did not contribute. And if they can't score against Elvis Merzlikins, then who can they score against? The Vancouver Canucks might be joining the ban list. If they can't even contribute a few goals against Merzlikins, banned. They're banned. The Winnipeg Jets and Minnesota Wild. From a betting perspective, the over was a nice, easy winner. The Jets scoring at will on Jesper Wallstedt. But as a fan perspective, it sucked. This game sucked to watch. And to be honest, I didn't even watch half of the game. Switched to some other games because what Wild fan would want to watch the garbage that they saw last night here? Just an awful game, but over cashed, so that was awesome. Braber unfortunately did not get a point, and had the puck gone to him instead of Middleton in the first period, I believe is when that goal was scored, then it could have been Faber's point, but of course it didn't. It goes to Middleton. Euroff ends up scoring, so a loser there. And then the play I really needed for a winning day over on the site, the member play of the day, unfortunately lost. The Blackhawks lost to the Calgary Flames. Chicago, not playing too well right now. Back-to-back games, scoring one goal, back-to-back losses. I trusted the Hawks here to beat the Flames, and they couldn't even get the job done here. And this one, Cooley stood on his head. He can be a really good goal. He's been a really good goaltender for the Flames. And the show play, which I wish I would have pulled the full trigger on and put on the site. Mitch Marner over 1.5 points, winner plus 220. He has a great game against his former team. And then the Vegas Golden Knights ended up getting the win as well. So Marner's happy. And the Leafs not so happy here in this game. So we'll jump into the chat here. If you're looking for premium plays, head over to picksandparlays.net. Link is description below. I have a 2-star, 2-unit play in the NHL tonight. 2-0 so far in 2-unit plays over on the site. Trying to make it 3-0 here tonight. Let's go here to the chat. Terry. Hey, Book. How's it going? Hope all is well. Hi, Terry. Hi, Timothy. How about your Jackets right now? Boy, they're playing well. Hit my Taves goal. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. He had a great game. He's red hot right now. He's red hot. Went up 14 units yesterday. Wow, Boog. That's amazing. Going to be careless today as a result. Oh, no. Oh, no. I would maybe wait till tomorrow. Now, I know tomorrow's a Saturday. I know. But boy, do we have a beautiful slate. It's beautiful. Canucks are on the auto play against list. Yeah, maybe that's the better way to go. Instead of trusting them for an over, it was really Columbus team total over, which was the play. But Vancouver dominated the Jackets, and I really thought they could put up a little bit against Merzlikins, so went with the over instead. Not a good choice, but what a disappointing game. They literally blew my whole ticket. The Wild. Call the Sharks upset with the under. Very nice. Very nice. I remember that. Yes, he did. Leafs Vegas was one of the best regular season games I've been at in recent memory. What a great game! Yeah, you got to go to. I hope you had a blast, Jonathan, because that was great game. What's up, Terry? Good night last night. Let's go get him tonight. That sounds good. That Kraken Penguins game is also up there. All right. Wild, just like the Stars, are on my do not bet list. Not sure what's going on with each. And that's the NHL standings this year. Teams look completely unbeatable. Like the Stars earlier in the season were unbeatable. The Wild during their really hot streak, I was betting on them pretty much on a nightly basis. And then you've got teams like Winnipeg who could not win a game to save their life, but now they've won, 4 in a row or 3 in a row? The standings this year, teams you think Buffalo didn't start the season off well, now they're the hottest team in the NHL. Nashville and Seattle were crappy for a while. They got red hot. Now, of course, neither are in the top of the league or anything, but that's what the season is going. Teams are, it's kind of all the standing. There's so much parity in the standings this year. Wild. Yeah. Horrible game by them yesterday. And they're a bet against team right now. For me, spoiler alert, they play Buffalo tomorrow. You guys probably know what you should be doing in that game. But we'll save tomorrow's slate for later on tonight, as I will be doing the show as I normally do later on tonight sometime. But we're going to jump into the first game here, which is between the Florida Panthers and the Carolina Hurricanes. Florida plus 140 road dogs. Carolina minus 165 home favorites. And a total of 6 here in this one. Looking at confirmed goalies, which we do have to check because some teams are on this going to be playing on the second night of a back-to-back. Sergei Bobrovsky confirmed for Florida. 19-12-1, 2.9 goals against average, 880 save percentage. Brandon Bussi unconfirmed here for Carolina. The Canes do play tomorrow. So Bussi should get one game, and Frederik Andersen should get the other here in this one. How do these two teams do against each other? Well, it's very, very one-sided. The Florida Panthers, 8-2 in the last 10 meetings, including the playoffs. 4 of the last 5 have gone over 6.5. We tend to get high-scoring games between these two teams. Florida has scored at least 4 goals in 8 of their last 10 against the Canes, and they've scored at least 5 goals in 7 of their last 10 against the Canes. I don't think this game is priced correctly whatsoever. The Carolina Hurricanes, yeah, I get it, they're at home, but they are way too big of a favorite here against a Florida Panthers team that has dominated them here. Florida enters this game having won back-to-back games, and the Canes enter this game having lost back-to-back games. Now, both of those games the Canes lost were on the road. Have been doing well at home previous to that. But the Panthers, 3-2 win in Ottawa and a 4-3 win in Buffalo in their last game. Taking a look at players on streaks here in this game. Point props with value with guys on streaks. Not really any here. Logan Stankoven has a point in 3 of 5 games, plus 147. Same thing with Keandre Miller for the Hurricanes. Goal streaks, Stankoven, 3 of his last 5 games, plus 375. Carter Verhaeghe has a power play point in back-to-back games, plus 325. And then assist streaks, Verhaeghe back-to-back games with an assist, plus 165. And Gustav Forsling, back-to-back games with an assist, plus 268. And Keandre Miller has an assist in 3 of 5 games, plus 195 here in this game. Not the best player prop game on the board, that's for sure, here in this one. Lightning and Avalanche are the only consistent teams? I suppose so. Now, remember how the Lightning started. Tampa was one of the worst teams in the league to start the season. I believe they had 1 win in their first 7 or 8 games. So yeah, Tampa was awful earlier on in the season, but yeah, they've come back. It's just been a crazy season so far. Panthers have been so inconsistent. However, the money line looks good. Yeah, I agree. Andre Miller on a 6-game home assist streak, plus 190. Okay, so really doing well at home. Thanks for the stat there, Terry Ray. Would not shock me to see Freddie tonight and Busty tomorrow face the Devils, who in my opinion are the inferior team. Play the better goalie against the weaker team. All right, yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens here. Seth Jarvis off the rare 1-shot-and-goal game. Now back home, smarting a team off a shutout. 3+ shots and goal, minus 120. Okay. Verhaeghe power play point, plus 330. Florida power play goal in back-to-back games, 8 of 10. Wow. Okay. And Canes have given up a power play goal in back-to-back in 6 of 10. Great stats. Great stats there, Jonathan. Time for the Hurricanes to win a game against the Cats. They're due. They're due, but doesn't necessarily mean they'll win. For me here, it's Florida or pass. Florida or pass. But our second game here is the San Jose Sharks and the Detroit Red Wings. The Sharks plus 170, road dogs. Detroit minus 205, home favorites, and a total of 6.5 here in this one. Yaroslav Askarov likely for San Jose. He's 16, 11, and 1. So he has a winning record, which is a bit surprising with his stats. 3.54 goals against average, 890 save percentage. And hasn't been all that good recently at all, really. John Gibson confirmed for Detroit, 17, 9, and 1, 2.75 goals against average, 903 save percentage. He did give up 3 goals in the last game, but stopped 31 of 34 shots in that game against the Hurricanes. Gibson has been consistent recently for the Detroit Red Wings. Having said that, I'm going to take a player prop against him. For me here, Colin Graf anytime goal. Now, I released it to clients at plus 475. Those are the odds available at DraftKings. There are a couple books that you can get plus 550, including BetMGM. So if you are able to shop lines, obviously get the best odds available at whatever book you have access to. I released it to clients at plus 475 here in this game. Why am I taking Graf anytime goal? Well, he has been a streaky guy this year. He has a 3 and a 4 game goal streak. He scored in back-to-back games here for the Sharks, including last night. Looked really good on that top line with Macklin Celebrini. Now, Will Smith may be making his return to the lineup, but from what I've read, it's most likely that Igor Chernyshov or Pavel Regenda would be the ones that would potentially maybe get sent down or out of the lineup here. So Graf is still expected to be on that top line. If you want to wait till closer to the game to pull the trigger on this, you can do that as well. But I'm taking it here. He has scored in 6 of his last 10 road games. For some reason, Graf has a lot of success scoring on the road. And as I said, he already has a 3 and a 4 game goal streak this season. He scored in back-to-back games. Scheduled to play with Celebrini on that top line. There's just incredible value. Incredible value with Graf here. Anytime goal. And the Sharks, 3-1-1 in the last 5 meetings between these two teams. 4 of the last 5 have gone over 6.5. We tend to have high-scoring games between these two teams. I think we'll see a high-scoring game here as well. And 4 of the last 6 have gone to overtime. So the Sharks do play well against this Red Wings team. They're usually involved in close games. It would not shock me to see this be a 4-3 overtime game. Who wins? I'm not sure. But my guess would be a 4-3 overtime game. We're going to go with Colin Graf. Anytime goal here. Plus 475. Also available for plus 550. Shop your lines. Looking at other players that are playing well here in this game. JVR, James Van Riemsdyk, has a point in 4 of his last 5 games. He's plus 100. Tyler Toffoli and Alexander Wenberg, both points in 4 or 5. Toffoli minus 113, Wenberg minus 108. Andrew Kopp has a point in 4 of his last 5 games, plus 105. The only guy on a streak technically would be Graf, back-to-back games. And then Lucas Raymond, Alexander Wenberg, and Andrew Kopp have all scored in 3 of their last 5. Plus 223 for Raymond, plus 450 for Wenberg, plus 370 for Andrew Kopp. Not a big power play point streaks here. Both Larkin and Wenberg both have a power play point in 3 of 5. Plus 225 for Larkin, plus 310 for Wenberg. And then assist streaks, lots of guys, 3 of their last 5, but no big assist streak here in this game. Let's go to the chat here. Red Wings money line and Larkin point, minus 105. All right. Sharks 1-4 last 5 on 0 days rest. I was looking at their history on back-to-backs. Now, they actually did play this Detroit Red Wings team on a back-to-back earlier this season, and it was a 3-2 overtime loss. But a lot of those back-to-backs that you're looking at for the Sharks there in that stat are against Vegas. I think 2 of them were against Vegas. And Vegas the Sharks cannot beat Vegas. So that does matter. But yeah, the Sharks have had some success on back-to-backs, other times not. So we'll have to see what happens. William Eklund Toffoli point parlay. Eklund has 6 points in 4 games versus Detroit. Toffoli 20 points in 25 games versus Detroit, and points in 3 of 4 versus Wings. All right, I like it. So you're looking at that second line. I'm looking at the top line. Raymond on the top line with Van Riemsdyk. Each have point in 4 or 5. Point parlay here, plus 156. Really, he's on the top line now? Because last time I looked, he was on the third line. Okay, yeah. So, instead of being on the third line anymore, JVR, Larkin, and Raymond, DeBrincat, Kopp, and Kane, the second line. Casper, Comfer, and Finney, that third line. Wow, so JVR's on that top line with Larkin against the Sharks, and he's plus 100 for a point? Oh, boy. JVR anytime goal. Yeah. Let's see here. He in his last 5 games, he has points in 4 or 5, but it's only scored in 2 of those 5. He has assists in 3 of 5, including multiple assists. So JVR point. Plus 105, plus 100. I'm probably going to have to add that after the show. Thank you, Terry Ray, for letting me know that Raymond is on the top line with JVR, because that really matters. JVR plus 100 for a point and plus 350 for a power play point. Top line and top. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wings number 4 power play at home. Sharks number 24 penalty kill. Wings with the power play going 4, 5, 7 of 10. Well, there you go. I won't forget. Wow, that's just crazy. Hey, dude, like your tips, smack over on the shots have been money. Nice to hear. Thank you. But we're going to move on along to our next game, which is the Tampa Bay Lightning and the St. Louis Blues. The Lightning minus 190 road favorites. The Blues plus 160 home dogs, and a total of 5.5 here in this one. Joel Hofer confirmed for the Blues, and no one yet confirmed for Tampa. Andrei Vasilevsky unconfirmed. Now, the Bolts did call up their third string goalie and Brandon Halverson. So that would make me think here that let's see, make sure there's no more. Yeah, they recalled him, so would lead me to believe that either Jonas Johansson or Andrei Vasilevsky is not 100%, obviously. So stay tuned to who the starter is going to be here for Tampa Bay. Let's see here. Tampa Bay 6-2 in the last 8 meetings between the teams. 5 consecutive unders, under 5.5s between these two teams. Tampa, in their last 7 wins against Tampa Bay, they've won all 7 by multiple goals. So when they've beaten the Blues, they win by multiple goals. And for the most part, this Tampa team, when they win this year, they win by multiple goals. Now, they didn't in their last game, a 2-1 shootout win against Pittsburgh, but their previous 4, 5-1, 7-2, 4-2, 7-3. If you like Tampa, I would look at them on the puck line with how they played, or maybe in regulation. Obviously, my minus 190 would only be a parlay piece for me on the money line. The Blues had lost 3 games in a row, 7-3, 4-2, 4-2, and then just beat the Hurricanes 3-0. So now they have won some home games recently. The Blues have been better at home, but this Tampa Bay team 17-4-3 on the road. For some reason, Tampa Bay has been a lot better on the road than at home. So we'll see what happens here. Looking at player props here in this one's kind of tough. Looking at player props. Kucherov over 1.5 points plus 105. Now, did not do that in his last game, but 9 of his last 10 games, he has multiple points, including the game against the Blues, where he had 2 points. And he has multiple points in 4 consecutive games against the Blues, getting 2 points in each game, mostly assists. 3 consecutive games against the Blues where he has 2 assists. So not really scoring a whole lot against the Blues. Brandon Hagel, or actually, hold on, sorry. Anyone else? Jake Neighbors for the Blues has a point in back-to-back games, plus 136. And Jordan Kyrou has a point in back-to-back games, plus 100. Goal streaks, Brandon Hagel, he scored in 4 of his last 5 games. But for some reason, assists against the Blues. He has an assist in 4 of his last 6 against the Blues, and a goal in 1 of his last 6 against the Blues. So he's been scoring recently. He's known as a sniper, but for some reason assists more against the Blues. Kucherov has scored in 3 of 5, plus 145. Power play point streaks, Kucherov, Gensel, and Darren Radish all have a power play point in 3 of 5. Plus 110 for Kucherov, plus 165 for Gensel, plus 235 for Radish. And then Jordan Kyrou has a power play point in back-to-back games, plus 400 for the Blues. And then assist streaks, not much. Kyrou back-to-back games with an assist, plus 210. Jake Gensel, Darren Radish, 3 of their last 5 with an assist, both plus 105 here in this one. Let's go to chat. Avs. We'll talk about them soon. Any games that could see overtime today? The San Jose Detroit game, the game I just broke down, could go to overtime, and another one later on the slate could go to overtime. Blues might upset. It is a Friday, Freaky Friday. So yeah, it's possible. Avs Bolts moneyline parlay minus 110. All right. Earlier in the season, you started to cover the PWHL. Are you going to start to do that? I've been really swamped. So I haven't really had the time really to give the PWHL too much time, with NHL in full swing and with the slate compacted with the Olympics. It's been a busy go. So at this point in time, no, but later on in the season, for sure. As we get down the stretch heading into the playoffs, I will for sure. The NHL has a Buffalo Sabre problem. You'll see me at the parade. All right, Mr. Real Deal Prime. Hey, make the playoffs. That's Sabres first. Their main goal has to be the playoffs. You cannot think about a Stanley Cup right now. Make the playoffs. Tampa wins tonight, sets a new franchise record of 12 consecutive. Yeah, they're definitely going to be trying for sure. Nick Paul, the 1C with the point injury, anytime goal, plus 350. Wow, waiting for a point or assist prop. That's great odds. Great odds. Jimmy Snuggerud over 2.5 shots and goal plus 182, and over 3.5 plus 460. Last 4 games, 5-4, 5-4. Wow. And Bulldogger agrees with you. He likes him for over 3.5 at plus 160. Or 3 shots and goal plus 160. Great odds there, guys. Great odds. But we will continue on along with our next game. The Nashville Predators plus 250 road dogs. The Avalanche minus 310 home favorites in a total of 6.5 here in this one. Colorado 4-1-1 in the last 6 meetings between these two teams. 2 overs, 3 unders, and the home team is 9-1 in the last 10 between these two teams. So the home team does usually win this series. When I look at this game, pass. And it's because I'm not going to take the Predators in this situation. Now, Nashville has been playing well, and they have been keeping games close. They've won 3 of their last 4, all at home, beating the Islanders, Washington, and Edmonton, losing to the Hawks. Colorado won back-to-back home games 8-2 and 4-0 after losing back-to-back games in Florida and Tampa, and then lost their last game 4-3 overtime against the Leafs. Now looking to bounce back. Avalanche puck line or nothing, and I choose nothing here in this one. Starting goaltenders, Mackenzie Blackwood likely, UC Saros unconfirmed here in this one. Looking at props in this game, Ryan O'Reilly a 0.45, minus 125. Stamkos has a point back-to-back games, plus 100. Yossi has a point in back-to-back games, plus 112. And I believe, both of those points for both of those guys have been goals. Stamkos back-to-back games with a goal, plus 260. And Yossi back-to-back games with a goal, plus 600. Nelson has scored in 3 of 5 for the Avalanche, plus 160. And then assist streaks, Makar, but minus 175, no value there. Ryan O'Reilly has an assist in back-to-back games, plus 141. This game is unbettable for me at least, here in this one. Let's see here. Lay is laughing. That's something. You're the best, Terry. Thanks, Real Prime. Appreciate it. Preds plus 1.5. Maybe, but the Avalanche off a loss. If they had won their last game, maybe I could look at the Preds plus 1.5, but I'm not betting anything against the Avs after they lost, especially when they're at home. I can't. Serious question, are the Preds back? LOL. We had them dead and buried after that crap start, and now all of a sudden they're playing with the pulse. Like I said earlier, that's the NHL this season. You think a team's dead and done, like everyone's thought the Jets are, and now look at them. They're on a winning streak here, and it's just nobody is dead until I think they're mathematically eliminated, or until somebody really falls off. Vancouver could be that team that maybe we could consider them gone. But Makar anytime goal. Go Avs go. Don't hate it, but can't get involved with this game. That's just most Avalanche games I don't get involved with because they're a huge favorite all the time. That's just how it goes. But they deserve to be with how they played this season. So Avs are going to be pissed after losing to the Leafs. They don't like to lose. Avs money line, Brock Point. Yeah, I can agree with you. I feel like an under in this game. Yeah, maybe. Brock the Rock. All right. Avs are 6-0 this season as a fave of 300 plus. Covered the puck line in all 6, including a 4-2 win against Nashville. The first period over is 5-1 of these games. Avs have scored 2 goals or more in the first and 4 of the 6. Okay. Yes. Bo Bichette signed with the Mets. I'm going to keep my opinions to myself. On that. But Bo will get what he deserves. He'll get what he deserves with the Mets. 2 goals or more in the first period of the games when they're a favorite, plus 300. All right. New York Rangers definitely fell off. Yes, injuries, but yes, that's a nice nugget for sure. I agree. But on to our final game of the night, which I do have a play in. Don't worry. The Anaheim Ducks plus 130 road dogs. The Kings minus 155 home favorites, and a total of 6 here in this one. How do these two teams do against each other? Well, it's very one-sided. The LA Kings 13, 1, and 2 in the last 16 meetings between these two teams. Now, the home team has won both games between these two teams so far this year. The Ducks won 5-4 in a shootout, and then the LA Kings won 6-1 on their home ice, which they've been starting to pick it up 7, 10, and 6 now at home, so a little bit better, I guess. The Anaheim Ducks just ended their long losing streak with a win, a 3-1 win against the Dallas Stars in their last game. The LA Kings, they've lost 4 or 5. Started to look better a little bit, but now they've lost 4 or 5, including 3 home games in a row, losing to the Sharks 4-3 in overtime, losing to Dallas 3-1, and losing to Vegas 3-2 in overtime at home. 3 consecutive games between these two teams over 6.5, and 2 of the last 4 have gone to overtime. This is the other game I could see going to overtime. I could see this being a draw here between these two teams. The value is with the Ducks, but these two teams play again tomorrow in Anaheim. So the way this series has gone lately, I'm much more interested to back the Ducks tomorrow, depending on how this game goes tonight. So that said, if you think I'm backing the Kings at minus 155 at home, no, that's not the case for me here. Give me Beckett Seneca over half a point, minus 120. Beckett Seneca wants to win the Calder Trophy. He's a guy on a mission here. He's got points in 6 of his last 7 games. And as well, 4 of his last 5 road games, 5 of his last 7 road games. And he has an assist in both games against the LA Kings this year. So Seneca has been one of those really consistent Ducks players, even throughout this losing streak. He has still been producing offensively for the Ducks. So I'll take him over half a point, minus 120 here in this one. Oh, other players on streaks. Can't forget that. Here, Jackson Lacombe has a point in 5 games in a row, 7 of his last 10. He's plus 126. Has not had success against the Kings. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of the 11 games he's played against the Kings, he has a point in 1 of them. So Lacombe has not had success against the Kings, but maybe that ends tonight. Here, Terry's day-to-day, but points in 4 or 5, plus 105. Mikael Granlund has a point in 3 games in a row, minus 105. Brant Clark has a point in 3 games in a row, plus 115 for the Kings. No goal streaks right now for either team. Corey Perry, day-to-day. So we'll see if he plays tonight, but he had been good, especially on the power play. Power play points in 4 or 5. Lacombe assists, 5 games in a row with an assist, plus 167. Here in this one, Mikael Granlund back-to-back games with an assist today. Thank you. All right. Kings money line. Hey, Kings against the Ducks. They own them. My Kings are dead to me right now. I feel like they are giving Kopitar a horrible final season, and it's depressing. Yeah, I feel you. Pure Ruckus, I feel you. Seneca point and call it a day. I agree. That's the best way to bet this game here. Yes, injuries, illnesses for the Ducks. Carlson, Gauthier, Terry, all day today. Leiblac says Cutter is back tonight. All right. Kings fourth worst in scoring and fourth best in giving up goals. Need to find a happy medium. Yeah, exactly. Terry and Gauthier are good to go tonight. Plus 164 point parlay. All right. Uncle Leo is out. Perfect. Thank you, Jonathan. Appreciate that. Laferriere goal 5 of last 6 against the Ducks. Wow. Plus 290. Okay. Alex Laferriere is a duck killer. He likes to hunt the Ducks. Let's see. Yeah. Goals in 5 of 6 against the Ducks and a hat trick in their most recent meeting. Laferriere scored in 2 of his last 5. So, what is this? Yeah, plus 300. DraftKings, plus 280 at some other spots. Value. There's definitely value with that. I like it. Hat trick in the last game, too. So, there you go. But that's today's slate. I know only 2 plays today for me. No member play of the day. And my only premium play is over on Picks and Parlays, 2-unit, 2-star play for me. Only my third one. Only my third one ever. So get that over on picksandparlays.net. Link is in the description below. Show for tonight will be on later tonight. I'm going to assume 7 or 8-ish, but to be determined. Hit the join button, become a member, and you'll get my entire betting card for tomorrow's slate, which will be posted tomorrow around noon, maybe a little bit earlier, as I lock in props and stuff tomorrow. It's going to be a big card for me tomorrow. So, and all my NHL plays, NFL ones are still premium over on the Picks and Parlays website. Minty off on the top power play, plus 550 power play points. Sign me up. All right. Good stuff, Terry. Good luck tonight. You too. Enjoy. You too. And thank you, says Leiblac. Thank you for watching, Leiblac. Appreciate you. Appreciate everyone that watches. LA Kings love overtime. All right. Pre-recorded or live? Live. I do usually pre-recorded is for Sunday because I'm recording at Saturday night when the games are going on. It might be during intermission or something. I record and no live show for Sundays probably going forward. Pre-recorded, but tonight's show will be live sometime tonight. Turn on the notification button on YouTube to get notified, or follow me on X at TEPicks, and I'll post with notice when the show is going to be. Love to go to overtime. They do. Kind of like the Vegas Golden Knights. I love to go to overtime as well. But that's today's show. Thank you for watching. Best of luck, and we'll see you guys later on tonight.